Here are my top 3 book recommendations for the month of October that will absolutely leave you spooked when you're reading them and after. Let's get into it. At number 3, Tell Me What You Did follows a true crime podcaster, Poe Webb, as she anonymously invites people to confess their crimes on her podcast show. While she can't guarantee that the police won't want to get involved in her show, it simultaneously creates a space for people to confess to their crimes while also giving her the notoriety of bringing these people in. Now, everything is going good in her podcast until she gets a call from someone who might have ties to her dark past that not everyone knows about. The only people who know about what happened in her past is herself and her father up until that point. And this is where the book really picks up. The book is a wild, twisty ride. Truly, I didn't know where this was going to go and how it was going to end, but I'm really glad it did end the way that it did, even though maybe it was left to be desired. It was still a really good read. The second book that you have to read in the month of October is Tender is the Flesh. It is the most horrific, vile, edge of your seat read that I have ever read in my life. There is no other book like this. It follows Marcos, and he is a butcher, a meat slaughterer. Anyways, unconventional meat, special meat, if you will. If you read this book, you know how incredibly effed up this book is, and that's why you should read it in October. I'm not going to say anything other than I, even now, have a hard time eating meat after this book. So read it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this book really messed me up. And my top spooky read for this month of October is Night Watcher. It is the most atmospheric, spooky freaking book I have ever read. It follows Nola, and she is a call-in radio host that seemingly picks up a stalker. And when I started this book, it was 8 p.m. I had just finished 1,000 Splendid Suns, and I said, I need something spooky to get me to not feel so depressed. Yeah, I immediately had to get in my car and go somewhere because I was too afraid to stay at home alone. And that whole week, I had a hard time being alone at night because this spook